Have you ever felt like you're constantly battling others? Whether it's in your personal life, work, or even within yourself. What if I told you that you could defeat your enemies without ever lifting a finger? It sounds like magic, but the truth is, it's ancient wisdom, rooted in Stoic philosophy. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium, has empowered countless individuals with teachings on virtue, resilience, and rationality. Stoicism isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving in the face of adversity. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, offered profound insights into dealing with opposition. The Stoics taught that we don't need to engage in open conflict to win against our adversaries. Instead, through self-mastery, ethical conduct, and emotional resilience, we can rise above conflict, neutralizing its power over us. So, how can we apply Stoicism to overcome our enemies without ever fighting them? Today, we're diving into 13 Stoic strategies that emphasize internal strength, virtuous living, and emotional control. These are time-tested methods that Marcus Aurelius himself used to confront opposition without needing to strike back. Number 1. Master your emotions. Mastering your emotions is the foundation of Stoic philosophy and perhaps one of its most challenging yet rewarding practices. The Stoics teach that while we cannot control external events or how others behave, we have complete authority over our inner world, including our emotional responses. Marcus Aurelius consistently highlighted the power of rationality and self-control, urging us to view emotions like anger, frustration, and fear as temporary states that we can master. When faced with provocation, it's easy to let our emotions flare. But in those moments, the true test of our character emerges. The Stoics remind us that reacting with emotional outbursts not only clouds our judgment, but ultimately weakens our position. The ability to remain calm under pressure, to keep a level head in the face of adversity, signals immense inner strength. In moments of conflict, practice detachment by mentally stepping back from the situation. Visualize your emotions as separate from your core self. They may flare up, but they don't define you. Techniques like deep breathing, mindful meditation, or even a quick walk can provide space to regain composure. It's important to remember that your adversary may seek to disrupt your peace. By refusing to give in to emotional impulses, you not only preserve your equilibrium but also disarm their attempts to control or manipulate the situation. Take time to recall instances when you've successfully controlled your emotions, perhaps during a heated argument or when someone insulted or wronged you. Reflect on the outcome. Did staying calm lead to a more favorable resolution? Did it protect your dignity and inner peace? Over time, these reflections reinforce your ability to navigate future challenges with composure, strengthening your resilience and making it increasingly difficult for others to provoke or manipulate you. Number 2, focus on virtue. In Stoicism, virtue is considered the highest good and the foundation for a fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that a virtuous person remains unshaken by the behavior of others. When you focus on virtue, acting with integrity, wisdom, courage, and justice, you rise above trivial conflicts. It's not about reacting to what others do, but about being unwavering in your commitment to live a life based on your principles. Virtue is the armor that shields you from external negativity. By embodying virtue, you disarm your enemies without engaging in hostility. Your moral strength erodes their influence. This approach doesn't just elevate you above conflict, it also inspires others to respect and admire you. Your reputation as a person of character becomes a subtle yet powerful force in itself. Strive to consistently act with kindness, fairness, and integrity, especially when dealing with difficult people. In moments of conflict, respond with compassion rather than animosity. Over time, this approach will undermine the control others may seek to have over your emotions, while also building bridges with people who recognize and respect your moral stance. Document moments when you've practiced virtue, especially in challenging situations. Reflect on how these actions have shaped your relationships and reduced conflicts. By consistently evaluating your actions through the lens of virtue, you solidify your commitment to living a principled life, and you'll notice the impact it has on the people and situations around you. Number 3. Indifference to external opinions. Marcus Aurelius taught that true freedom lies in indifference to external opinions. This indifference isn't about dismissing feedback or rejecting others, but rather anchoring your self-worth in your values, rather than in fleeting judgments from the outside world. When we constantly seek external validation, we allow others to dictate how we feel about ourselves, which makes us vulnerable to manipulation and anxiety. Stoicism encourages us to focus inwardly, relying on our own principles to guide our actions. By doing so, we cultivate resilience and peace of mind because we recognize that our worth isn't contingent on the changing whims of others. When we choose to prioritize our internal compass, criticisms and praise alike lose their hold on us, and we become impervious to external influence. This mindset fosters self-confidence and empowers us to live authentically without being swayed by the judgments or expectations of others. When facing criticism, practice shifting your focus to your values. Ask yourself if you've acted with integrity, honesty, or kindness. If you've upheld your principles, then the criticism holds no real power over you. Stay committed to your personal growth, knowing that your value is determined by your actions and beliefs, not by someone else's opinion. Take time to reflect on moments when you successfully upheld your principles despite external criticism. How did it feel to stand firm in your values? Consider how practicing this indifference helps you remain calm, resilient, and centered, even in the face of harsh judgments. By reinforcing this mindset, you'll find that the influence of others' opinions begins to fade, allowing you to live a more empowered and purposeful life. Number 4. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most transformative principles in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius believed that we should extend the same understanding and leniency to others' faults as we do our own, recognizing the common humanity in our shared imperfections. Forgiveness, in this context, is not just a moral obligation but a path to personal liberation. By releasing the bitterness and resentment that often accompany being wronged, we reclaim our inner peace and emotional clarity. The Stoics understood that holding on to anger is like clenching a burning coal. It hurts the person who holds it far more than the one it's intended for. In this way, forgiveness becomes a tool of empowerment, a way to rise above pettiness and maintain your mental and emotional equilibrium. When faced with a situation where you feel wronged, take a moment to pause and try to see the situation from the other person's viewpoint. What might have motivated their actions? Often, our adversaries are driven by their own fears, insecurities, or misunderstandings. By practicing empathy, you begin to see them not as enemies, but as individuals struggling with their own battles. Instead of fueling the fire with anger, choose to forgive. This act of letting go not only alleviates your emotional burden, but also neutralizes the power that others hold over you. The strength of forgiveness lies in its ability to restore your focus and peace of mind, making it a victory of the spirit over the ego. Think back to a time when you genuinely forgave someone for a past wrong. What did you feel afterward? Often, forgiveness brings a deep sense of emotional relief and closure. It allows you to move forward without the weight of bitterness and opens the door for healing. Keeping a record of these moments, whether through journaling or mental reflection, helps reinforce this habit. By actively practicing forgiveness, you strengthen your ability to let go of past wounds and cultivate resilience. Each time you forgive, you build an inner fortress of tranquility, making it increasingly difficult for others to disturb your inner peace. Number 5. Maintain perspective. In Stoicism, many conflicts stem from our misperceptions, mistaking temporary frustrations for monumental problems. Marcus Aurelius taught that maintaining perspective is key to avoiding unnecessary conflict. When we shift our focus to the broader picture, many of the things we agonize over lose their significance. By understanding that most conflicts are fleeting, we can free ourselves from the emotional grip of anger or resentment. Stoicism invites us to see beyond the immediate disturbance and view situations through a long-term lens. This practice not only minimizes emotional distress, but also cultivates a sense of calm and resilience. When tensions arise, take a step back and ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a year, 5 years? By placing the issue within a wider context, you're likely to recognize its relative unimportance. This simple mental shift can diffuse your emotional response, allowing you to handle the situation with greater clarity and composure. For instance, when someone cuts you off in traffic or a coworker snaps at you, consider how minor these events are in the broader scope of your life. Often, realizing that these are transient frustrations will enable you to disengage from unnecessary conflicts. Make it a habit to review past conflicts. Ask yourself how significant they truly were over time. What seemed insurmountable in the moment likely faded with perspective. Did it impact your overall well-being or life trajectory? Probably not. Reflecting on these experiences helps reinforce the Stoic lesson that many adversities are temporary and trivial. By practicing perspective-taking regularly, you build the emotional resilience needed to face future conflicts with grace, knowing that most disturbances will pass without leaving a lasting mark on your life. Number 6. Lead by example. Leading by example is one of the most profound ways to influence others and neutralize opposition. Marcus Aurelius believed that true Stoic leadership is not about exerting control over others, but about living in alignment with your values, allowing your actions to speak louder than words. When you embody Stoic virtues like integrity, patience, and resilience, you naturally inspire those around you. This influence occurs because people respect consistency and strength of character, even if they disagree with you. By leading through example, you highlight the moral shortcomings of those who oppose you. People whose behavior is driven by malice, selfishness, or impulsivity. They may lash out, but their actions lose power when faced with your unwavering adherence to virtue. Instead of reacting impulsively or trying to prove your point through heated arguments, focus on acting in accordance with your values. Whether you're at work, dealing with personal conflicts, or facing criticism, maintain integrity and calmness. Let others witness your patience in difficult situations and your ability to stay resilient in the face of adversity. Your steady and composed presence will naturally diffuse tensions and even influence those around you to adopt a more balanced and thoughtful approach. This not only elevates your reputation, but also minimizes the effectiveness of any malicious intent directed your way. Take time to reflect on moments when your calm and composed demeanor had a noticeable impact on your environment. Did leading by example de-escalate a situation that could have easily spiraled into conflict? Did someone who usually opposes you show signs of respect or change their behavior? By journaling these reflections, you can gain insight into how your actions directly contribute to a more harmonious environment. Leading by example also becomes a powerful tool for personal growth. strengthening your ability to stay true to Stoic principles even when others around you falter. Number 7. Cultivate inner peace. True strength, according to Marcus Aurelius, comes not from physical might, but from the quiet resilience within. Cultivating inner peace allows us to remain undisturbed by the chaos of the world. When we nurture tranquility, external hostility loses its grip on us. This internal calm becomes a shield, protecting us from the emotional upheavals caused by others' actions or challenging situations. For the Stoics, peace isn't the absence of conflict but the mastery of it, learning to face life's inevitable struggles with grace and equanimity. This inner balance makes us unshakable. To cultivate this inner peace, embrace daily rituals that center your mind and body. Meditation, for example, helps to clear mental clutter and bring focus, while journaling allows you to process emotions and thoughts with clarity. Spending time in nature, away from the noise of daily life, grounds you and connects you to something larger than yourself. These practices create a mental buffer, making it harder for others to disrupt your calm. Whether through deep breathing exercises, mindful walks, or personal reflection, these simple habits build inner fortitude over time. To fully appreciate the benefits, regularly document your experiences in cultivating peace. Note how these practices influence your emotional state throughout the day. Did meditation help you remain composed during a stressful moment? Did a walk in nature ease your tension after a long day? Reflecting on these experiences solidifies the habit and reveals how maintaining inner tranquility naturally diminishes the power that external conflicts once held over you. Over time, you'll notice a growing sense of peace that transcends the difficulties around you, transforming the way you interact with the world. Number 8. Harness the power of reason. In Stoicism, reason is viewed as the ultimate tool for maintaining control over both internal and external challenges. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most notable philosophers, believed that the human ability to think logically is what sets us apart from chaos and emotional turbulence. By embracing rational thinking, we can untangle even the most heated conflicts with clarity and precision. In moments of confrontation, emotional reactions often cloud judgment and escalate tensions, leaving us vulnerable to manipulation by those who may exploit our emotional weaknesses. Rational thinking allows us to break free from this cycle and empowers us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. The next time you are confronted with a conflict, take a step back and analyze the situation with reason. Ask yourself, what are the facts? What assumptions am I making? What outcome do I seek? By consciously shifting from an emotional reaction to a rational one, you can de-escalate the situation, disarm emotional provocations, and steer the interaction toward a more productive resolution. Keep in mind that staying calm under pressure gives you an edge. Emotional outbursts often lead to regret, but reason guides you to clarity and strength. Reflect on past experiences where you successfully used reason to navigate a conflict. How did this approach shift the outcome in your favor? Did it lead to a resolution that preserved your peace of mind and self-respect? By documenting these instances, you will begin to notice patterns where rationality helped you emerge stronger and more in control. This practice not only reinforces the value of logical thinking, but also builds your resilience in the face of future conflicts, solidifying your mental fortitude. Number 9. Embrace voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believe that discomfort, when embraced voluntarily, can be a powerful teacher. By intentionally placing ourselves in situations of controlled discomfort, we learn to endure hardship, strengthen our minds, and cultivate resilience. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's leading figures, advocated for this practice because he believed that by willingly facing discomfort, Whether it be physical, emotional, or mental, we develop the toughness necessary to withstand adversity in all forms. The logic behind this practice is simple. When we expose ourselves to small, controlled difficulties, we prepare ourselves for the unexpected challenges life will inevitably throw our way. Incorporate voluntary discomfort into your daily routine as a way of conditioning your body and mind to be less susceptible to adversity. Take cold showers to shock your system, forcing yourself to endure discomfort calmly. Practice intermittent fasting to remind yourself that you can endure hunger and that your body is stronger than you think. Engage in intense exercise, pushing your physical limits, and embracing the burn as an opportunity to develop mental fortitude. These seemingly small acts of discomfort might not seem like much, but over time they build a foundation of resilience, making it harder for others or external circumstances to unsettle you. The Stoics saw these acts as preparation for life's larger trials. They teach you that you are stronger and more adaptable than you realize. Reflecting on your experience with voluntary discomfort reveals how it subtly transforms your mindset. Consider how moments of discomfort have built resilience within you. Perhaps you've become more tolerant of stress, more adaptable in the face of adversity, or simply more patient. When you willingly put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you condition your mind to handle challenges with greater ease and clarity. Whether it's standing firm under pressure, keeping your cool in a heated argument, or enduring a long period of uncertainty, voluntary discomfort helps train your inner resilience. Over time, these practices create a deep well of strength you can draw upon when life's larger storms hit. You'll notice that what once seemed unbearable now becomes a mere inconvenience. Your capacity to endure grows stronger, and your ability to remain unshaken becomes a defining aspect of your character. Number 10. Focus on self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius firmly believed in the power of continuous self-improvement as a means to rise above conflict and diminish the influence of adversaries. He understood that by dedicating ourselves to personal growth, we not only elevate our own lives, but also diminish the impact others have on us. Focusing on self-improvement means constantly striving to become the best version of ourselves, which involves setting and pursuing personal goals, acquiring new skills, and engaging in reflective practices like reading and self-assessment. This commitment to growth makes us less susceptible to external negativity and criticisms because our energy is channeled into positive development rather than reacting to opposition. To effectively apply this principle, start by creating a structured plan for personal development. Identify areas in your life where growth is needed and set specific, achievable goals. For instance, if you wish to enhance your professional skills, consider taking online courses or attending workshops. Regularly evaluate your progress and adjust your goals as necessary. This proactive approach to self-improvement not only fosters personal strength, but also creates a buffer against adversities. By focusing on bettering yourself, you inherently overshadow the actions of those who may seek to undermine you, as their efforts become insignificant in the face of your ongoing development. Maintaining a self-improvement journal can be incredibly beneficial. In this journal, document your goals, achievements, and the challenges you've overcome. Reflect on how your dedication to growth has impacted your interactions with others and how it has helped you manage conflicts. By regularly reviewing your progress and acknowledging your achievements, you'll gain insights into how your focus on self-improvement enhances your resilience. This practice will reinforce your commitment to personal development, making you less affected by external conflicts and more capable of handling adversities with composure and confidence. Number 11. Practice gratitude. Gratitude, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, serves as a powerful antidote to negativity. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of this practice, emphasize the importance of acknowledging and appreciating the good in our lives, regardless of our circumstances. This practice is more than a mere gesture. It fundamentally shifts our focus from what we lack or what is wrong to what we have and what is going well. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we foster a positive mindset that can transform our overall outlook on life. To integrate gratitude into your daily routine, begin by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, dedicate a few minutes to writing down at least 3 things you are thankful for. These can be as significant as personal achievements or as simple as a kind gesture from a friend. By consistently recording these moments of appreciation, you train your mind to recognize and celebrate positive aspects of your life. This practice not only amplifies your sense of contentment, but also serves as a buffer against the emotional impact of conflicts and challenges. When faced with adversity, returning to your gratitude journal can provide perspective and comfort, helping you maintain emotional balance. Periodically review your gratitude journal and reflect on the entries. Consider how this practice influences your mindset and emotional state. Reflect on specific instances where focusing on gratitude has helped you navigate conflicts or diminish the power of adversaries. For example, you might notice that when you are grateful for supportive relationships, you are less likely to be swayed by negativity or opposition from others. This shift in focus enhances your overall well-being by reinforcing a positive outlook and resilience. By regularly engaging in gratitude, you build a mental framework that not only diminishes the impact of external adversities, but also enriches your inner life, making you more resilient and content regardless of the challenges you face. Number 12, seek understanding and dialogue. Stoicism encourages us to seek understanding and engage in dialogue rather than escalating conflict. Marcus Aurelius taught that meaningful communication and empathy are powerful tools for overcoming adversaries. Instead of succumbing to anger or defensiveness, the Stoic approach emphasizes the value of finding common ground and demonstrating mutual respect. By initiating open, respectful conversations, we not only address misunderstandings, but also disarm those who thrive on discord. When faced with a disagreement, make a conscious effort to comprehend the other person's viewpoint. Approach discussions with an open mind, listen actively, and express your perspective thoughtfully. This strategy diffuses tension and undermines adversaries who rely on conflict to assert control or validate their position. Look back on instances where engaging in dialogue and seeking to understand the other party led to a resolution. Consider how this approach lessened the power of adversaries and cultivated positive relationships. By valuing empathy and open communication, you foster an environment where mutual respect flourishes and conflicts are more likely to be resolved constructively. This reflective practice not only strengthens your interpersonal skills, but also aligns with the Stoic ideal of maintaining inner peace and harmony amidst external challenges. Number 13, maintain a long-term perspective. The Stoics, led by Marcus Aurelius, emphasized that many conflicts are fleeting and often insignificant when viewed through the lens of time. Aurelius taught that by maintaining a long-term perspective, we can prevent immediate challenges from overwhelming us. This approach involves recognizing that while a conflict might seem all-consuming now, its impact is often minimal in the broader scope of our lives. By focusing on the bigger picture, we can avoid becoming bogged down by transient difficulties and maintain our equilibrium. When confronted with a challenge or conflict, pause and consider how it fits into your broader life narrative. Ask yourself, will this issue matter a year from now? 5 years? 10 years? This reflection helps shift your focus away from the immediate emotional reaction and towards what truly matters in your life. For example, if you're facing a workplace dispute, Remind yourself of your long-term career goals and personal values. This shift in focus can help you approach the situation with a clearer mind and less emotional turmoil. By aligning your actions with your long-term vision, you reduce the influence of temporary adversities and make decisions that are consistent with your broader aspirations. To cultivate this perspective, regularly review your long-term goals and assess how current conflicts influence them. Keep a journal where you document how maintaining a long-term viewpoint has helped you navigate challenges. Reflect on past instances where adopting this approach allowed you to handle difficulties with greater clarity and composure. By understanding how minor setbacks fit into your larger journey, you can develop a resilient mindset that withstands short-term pressures and remains focused on enduring success and fulfillment. This practice reinforces your capacity to handle life's ups and downs with a sense of purpose and perspective. Conclusion asterisk. Stoicism offers profound wisdom on overcoming adversaries without ever engaging in conflict. Through mastering our emotions, practicing forgiveness, and focusing on virtue, we neutralize the power of those who oppose us. By leading by example, cultivating inner peace, and embracing resilience, we rise above.